When you think of livestock, alpacas might not be the first thing that comes to mind. However, the animal is known globally as a thriving livestock business, providing high-quality fiber used in many forms, from clothing, rugs, blankets, socks, and more.
Well, the alpacas are primarily fiber animals, and they're grown for their fine, lustrous fiber, which is used in the textile industry to make beautiful garments, such as sweaters and hats and gloves and coats. So we focus really heavily on the fiber characteristics that's used for the most efficient production in the textile industry, both in the commercial industry and the cottage industry. And so we focus on the fiber characteristics, which are measured in primarily fineness, and also uniformity is very important for the processing part of the textile mill.
Regardless of economic downturns, alpaca products have remained in high demand. From New York to Tokyo, fashion designers rely on the animal's unique fibers to produce high-end garments.
My goal is to keep my breeding program moving forward. So I kept my females pregnant, and that allowed me to keep selling my animals. And one of the things that happened in the economic downturn was the prices dropped, which meant that more people could come into the alpaca market, and that, I think, was good for the business.
Alpacas come in a wide range of colors, reducing the need for dyeing. And with softer and warmer fibers, alpacas have become a favorable option.
Being a fiber animal, they're grown for their beautiful fleece. There are two types of alpaca that we raise in the U.S., Wakaya and Sri. The Wakaya breed is known for their crimpy, soft, fine fiber, so it makes a firmer yarn, and the textile holds its shape very, very well and can be worn against the skin in many ways. And the Sri is more of a dreadlock type fiber. The fibers twist together, and what that does is create a very drapey fabric that's beautiful in scarves and shawls and the kind of garment that you want to wear in a drapey fashion. Both are super fine and they're incredibly soft, and so they're known for their softness.
What I like about the alpaca business is that it's a good way for people from basically more urban backgrounds to become involved in agriculture and understand what the issues are and have firsthand experience working with animals. Plus, alpacas are just wonderful animals. They're very easy to work with, and not only can you raise breeding stock, but you also have the fiber, which is really an important part of the alpaca business.
These animals are light on their feet and do not pose a significant impact on the landscape, making them environmentally friendly.
Alpacas are smaller livestock. They weigh between 140 and 180 pounds as adults. So they're very easy to handle, especially for small acreage farms like we are. And they're very easy on the environment. Their pads on their feet are very soft. They don't dig up the ground. They don't dig up your pastures like horses and cattle can do. You can actually raise alpacas on smaller acreage because of the fact that they preserve your soil. And they're very disease-free as well. So there's no prevalent diseases that the animals get. And so from a an animal husbandry perspective, they're very easy to care for and inexpensive as well.
Alpacas are easily transported, live relatively long, trouble-free reproductive lives, and can be fully insured against loss, making them an excellent opportunity to create a profitable business.
There's so many different facets of the alpaca industry. There's the show system. There's showing your animals and participating in the camaraderie there is to go and meet your friends and show your animals and discuss what you're doing in the business. There's also the retail outlet of having a on-farm store and participating in an agritourism business. Or you can be just a breeder providing seed stock and animals to help other livestock producers round out their herd and bring new genetics into their herd so that they can almost develop their own brand.
In the U.S. and around the globe, alpaca breeding is treated as any other livestock business.
As an industry, we've developed and evolved into a situation where we're breeding alpacas specifically for end products. We've grown this industry to where the growers and the breeders are really recognizing the commercial end of the market. And so we're producing alpacas to meet those ends. We're using science and scientific methods to improve our livestock. We're using an EPD program, which is supported by the association. We're using skin biopsy, fibre testing, and growers are really focusing on the important aspects of producing excellent quality fibre for the end products that they're aiming for.
Located in Lincoln, Nebraska, the Alpaca Owners Association, or AOA, has been registering alpacas in the United States and internationally since 1988. With more than 7,500 active members and more than 250,000 alpacas in its registry database, AOA is the world's largest alpaca association.
The Alpaca Owners Association is really the voice of the industry, number one, for all of our farmers and ranchers across the country on different issues, coming up with ideas to grow the industry, those types of things. Our business at the Alpaca Owners Association focuses on a couple of different things. We run the registry system for alpacas, which we have over 250,000 registered alpacas in our database. We do DNA blood testing, so all the alpacas that get registered send in a blood card to our office, and we process that and validate parentage. The other side of our business is our show system and marketing. And the show system is where we go out just like other livestock shows. Our owners come in, we do a show system. And then the other thing that we're really focused on is marketing the industry and sharing with people about the industry to draw people both to the end products that come from our animals and also to draw people into becoming alpaca owners and farmers.
Recently, the Alpaca Owners Association moved forward approving embryo transfer and artificial insemination for registering alpacas.
The association has moved on to include registration of alpacas produced by embryo transfer because they could see that we really are trying to advance as a fibre industry, and that embryo transfer is a perfect way to advance the generational gains that we really want to achieve in doing that. It's very difficult when you have a very long gestation. Alpacas typically go almost to 12 months. So a female is maybe going to produce one cria per year. That's a very slow process. And by using embryo transfer, we can speed that process up, and we can improve the next generations of alpacas very quickly by using the females that are recognised as being able to produce the type of progeny we want, and that is the females that will produce the progeny with the type of fibre that we really need to support the commercial market.
While livestock breeding and ownership in America does not necessarily translate into direct wealth and profit as it did years past, alpaca farm breeding and raising creates profitable opportunities today.
We want to be the voice of the industry to be able to address issues that impact our farms on a daily basis, whether it's regulatory issues or finance issues or whatever. We want to be the ones that are out there speaking on behalf of our industry and taking a lead and being a leader in our industry. We want to continue to improve our show system and draw people to the industry, not just as becoming farmers, but also consumers of the products. We have a lot of great products that come from alpacas. It's going to be important for us to continue to draw people to the products and also to becoming part of the industry.
For more information, visit alpacainfo.com.